A meeting of the minds.
Because unlike other countries, most of the sanctions on Cuba are codified in U.S. law.
As a discussion forum in Washington, D.C. discusses what's next for Cuba. The crew of Artemis 3.
We wish you Godspeed on the journey ahead.
Introduced to America. And fans react to unaffordable tickets in Mexico City.
We're definitely going to watch one of the games at a bar or something.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Enzo Paso.
I'm Zipporah Hayes. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2026.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Cuba stands at a moment of change. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is traveling to the U.S. Navy base in Guantanamo, Cuba, to continue the Trump administration's demand for drastic changes in the island. It's the third visit in recent weeks of Trump administration officials as it maintains a blockade to force a regime change in Havana.
What is next for Cuba is a topic of discussion at the recent forum in Washington. Caplin's Danette Heredia has more.
Right here in Washington, D.C., discussions are spotlighting Cuba and where it may head tomorrow. The panel was sponsored by the Latin American think tank Inter-American Dialogue, focused on what could be Washington's crucial role in the transition and how the road to democracy is more complicated than it seems. Ricardo Torres is an economist and professor at American University in Washington, specializing in Cuban economic reform.
Because unlike other countries, most of the sanctions on Cuba are codified in U.S. law. So even if the two governments get a deal, there is a lot more work to be done on the U.S. side, for instance, to make sure that the U.S. law corresponds to what's in that deal. And that's far from certain. If we want to have a smooth path forward, the U.S. Congress must be part of the conversation from the very beginning.
Many experts say they're hopeful for democratic reform on the island, but emphasize it won't be an easy transition. Cuban officials, meanwhile, say U.S. sanctions on the island are just a pretext to get the American public in support of a military intervention. Cuba stands at a moment of change, and conversations like these are shaping what could happen next. Reporting for Caplin News from Washington, D.C., I'm Danette Heredia.
NASA is returning to the moon next year, and now we know who will be a part of the Artemis 3 mission. Of the four-man crew, 3 Americans will embark on the trip: Andre Douglas, Frank Rubio, and Randy Bresnik, and Luca Parmitano of Italy will round out the crew.
So to the Artemis 3 crew, we wish you Godspeed on the journey ahead. You carry the fire of exploration from generations past, the confidence of this agency and the support of this nation, and the dreams of millions who will be cheering you on, knowing that what others believe to be impossible happens to be what we do best here at NASA.
The crew is expected to launch late 2027. The 2-week mission will test low Earth orbit and involve docking with lunar landers supplied by either SpaceX or Blue Origin.
From the mountains to the prairies, this French woman has run all across America carrying an American flag. Her name is Ingrid Moncu, and her latest track took her from Lake Havasu to Phoenix, Arizona. After 4 days of running, she finally made it to Chase Stadium. Her love of America started at 7 when her father unexpectedly passed. She found a tiny American flag in his pocket.
Many people, USA, USA, God bless the flag, God bless USA, God bless America. I put the foot on the American soil and I felt something I can describe, but I knew I was at my home.
Moncu has also run all across Miami, Atlanta, and Los Angeles.
Star treatments for residents of a local assisted living facility. Caplin's Hannah Spence introduces us to the teens behind all this tender loving care.
Only about a quarter of the seniors living at the atrium receive regular visitors. But once a month, a club at Boca High provides companionship and manicures to those staying at the assisted living facility.
My dog likes
The Boca High chapter of Glamour Gals was started by 18-year-old Lila Wolf when she was a sophomore. Although she said the club had difficulty getting a sponsor and a nursing home to volunteer at, they eventually found a good partner in the atrium. Some club members said that they originally joined just as a way to receive community service hours, but soon realized it is a life-changing experience. One of these club members is Eileen Barakat, who joined Glamour Gals with her twin sister, Celine.
It teaches you a lot. It's not just about doing nails. You learn a lot from the residents. They share their experiences about life. They give you advice. And when you're doing their nails, you really connect with them and change their perspective on life. You give them hope to keep going, and they give the same back.
A resident who gets her nails done every time the Glamour Gals visit is 82-year-old Gay Gentry.
Well, it's fun to have your nails done, period. But to have it done by someone that is, you know, the age of your grandchildren, and listen to them talk about what school is like, what life is like, what they're interested in the future, what they enjoy doing. And I enjoy listening to the conversations amongst the girls while they're doing their nails.
Club members say that future plans include trying to recruit male volunteers to better relate to male residents. I'm Hannah Spence, reporting for Caplin News.
A look at the forecast after a cloudy start here in South Florida.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
If there's people who flew in or drove in from all around the country, like, I think that would be really, really fun.
The excitement is rising across North America for the World Cup, but so are the prices for just about everything, including tickets. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
To get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Clouds over FIU Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media here in North Miami to start the day. But clouds doesn't necessarily mean rain.
Chase Alberton is here with the forecast. And Chase, what can we expect for the rest of the work week?
Well, unfortunately, it's going to be hotter and rainier here, but taking a look at current observations at Miami International Airport, getting a temperature reading of around 83 degrees. That dew point, though, is in the mid-70s, helping to raise our feels like nearly in the 90-degree range. We could see that approach the upper 90s later today. Winds are coming in from the east at around 14 miles per hour. Looking at our temperatures across southeastern Florida, seeing anywhere between the low and mid-80s, with Opelika there at 83 and Pembroke Pines at 86. Shifting over to the Keys here, seeing they're also hanging on to the mid-80s with Key West and Marathon at 84. Checking in our radar, not much to talk about in Broward County or Miami-Dade County, with the exception of a shower by Biscayne Bay. And we do have more activity by the northern portions of the Keys that have shifted off towards the Florida Bay and southwestern Everglades. Speaking of the southwestern Everglades, that's the area with the highest rain chances for today, with the East Coast getting only at around 10 to 30%, and the Keys are around the 30 to 40% range. Checking in on our marine forecast for the remainder of today here, we're going to be seeing winds coming in from the east at around 10 to 15 knots. Seas of around 1 to 2 feet with a moderate chop, and that rip current threat is moderate. Now we are in hurricane season, and surprise, surprise, we have an area of interest to watch in the Bay of Campeche here with a 10% chance of tropical development. This will be moving off over towards Mexico, so it is not a threat to us in Florida, but we will continue to monitor it. Back to our local weather here, we're going to be expecting a high of around 86 degrees with some isolated showers. For tonight, it will dry up quite a bit with a low of 79 degrees. For tomorrow, we'll be right back up to 87 degrees with a rain chance increasing to around 30% with scattered storms. Now, I would like to point out on Tuesday, early next week, it's going to be quite hot. The feels-like temperatures across southeastern Florida will likely be breaching the triple digits with Boca Raton and Pompano Beach potentially feeling like 104 degrees. So remember to stay hydrated and make your plans accordingly. So for the rest of the 7-day forecast here, we're going to be noticing two trends. Number one, we're going to see the rain chances at around the 40 to 50% range for the weekend and early next week, and our highs will be in the upper 80s, potentially in the low 90s on Tuesday. That's all for weather, and we'll be right back.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by PantherTech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
All right, welcome back to the sports segment we call The Sideline. I'm Nicolette Esper. As interest rises for the World Cup, so do ticket prices. The first game kicks off tomorrow for the FIFA World Cup, and Mexico City is ready, but some fans are facing a big price tag for tickets. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez explains how some packages and resale seats costing thousands of dollars could put supporters not able to support their team.
For Mexico City, the FIFA World Cup isn't just a tournament. It's a homecoming that's consumed the city's streets. Ever since the U.S., Mexico, and Canada were announced as host of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, soccer fan David Herrera was excited to witness the moment at home. But the high price of tickets, especially compared to previous World Cups, put a damper on his plans.
The Azteca Stadium is 5 minutes from me, and more than being able to get a little closer, obviously, I'm not going. I don't have a ticket for the game, no, but just to see a little, to feel the closeness of the World Cup. On the contrary, everything is fenced off.
Those fences aren't only seen around the stadium, but also as you make your way to El Zócalo, the location of FIFA's Fan Fest, which officially opens its doors Thursday. People had to wait in long lines to pass through the first set of barriers, only to be met by another closed-off area directly in front of the vibrant main square.
It's a little frustrating to be so close and yet so far.
Mihika Streeter and Vishal Patel traveled from different parts of the U.S. to Mexico City. Although they don't have tickets to the game, they're excited to experience a World Cup.
We're definitely going to watch one of the games at a bar or something on Thursday, see if we can cop some tickets. But other than that, the other days are just going to be exploring Mexico City.
That will be really fun to see locals having a good time, and if there's people who flew in or drove in from all around the country, I think that would be really, really fun.
In Mexico City, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
All right, you guys know I'm a Yankees fan through and through, but a winning streak might be brewing in Miami because the Marlins picked up their 6th win in 7 games Tuesday night, firing through the Diamondbacks 10-6. Marlins rookie catcher Joe Mack made history, becoming the youngest catcher in franchise history to record 4 hits in a game and scoring 3 runs. After Arizona erased a 4-run deficit and tied the game in the 8th, Otto Lopez delivered the go-ahead RBI single to spark a 4-run inning as Miami pulled away with the win at home. The Marlins will look to keep the fire burning at Lone Depot Park tonight for another matchup against Arizona. With a little controversy and a lot at stake, the NBA Finals continue tonight with Game 4 at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks look to bounce back from their first postseason loss since April, but head coach Mike Brown and many New York fans are heading into this game hopeful that there is only clean officiating following Victor Wembanyama and his shove on Jalen Brunson in Game 3. This optimism comes after the league declined to assess a flagrant foul on Wemby. Now, don't get me wrong, the Knicks did not look like they did in San Antonio this past game. They need a bigger night from Karl Anthony Towns and less Brunson ball as they tried to hold on to the lead. But as we know, for me, it's always going to be let's go Knicks no matter the outcome. But that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Nicolette Esper, and we'll send it back to Zipporah and Enzo.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zipporah Hayes.
And I'm Enzo Paso, and you can get more news at any time at caplinnews.fiu.edu.